Welcome to AI Brief. I'm Amin,
And I'm Leah.
and this is episode 112. Today, we're going to jump into some really interesting AI updates.
Yeah, quite a mix today. We've got OpenAI's new developer stuff, ByteDance's video AI, which looks impressive.
And Google trying to talk to dolphins. That one definitely caught my eye.
Plus, NVIDIA's big plans and those rumors about OpenAI's next-level reasoning models.
Okay, lots to cover.
Yeah.
Let's start with OpenAI and their GPT-4.1 family. Sounds very dev-focused.
It really is. They've launched these API-only models, GPT-4.1, 4.1 mini, and 4.1 nano.
API only, so built for integration.
Exactly. And the big promises are around, better coding skills and much better instruction following.
Which developers will love, right? Less fighting with the prompt. But that context window, 1,000,000 tokens.
It's huge. They're saying it's enough for, 8 full React code bases. Think about what that enables.
Yeah, you're moving beyond simple code snippets to handling really complex, large-scale tasks, potentially.
Yeah.
Analyzing whole projects.
Right. Debugging across different parts, maybe even automated refactoring on a bigger scale. And it's cheaper, too, 26% less than GPT-4o for typical queries.
That cost saving is key for adoption, and developers seem to prefer it. That 80% figure for front-end tasks is telling.
It really suggests a noticeable jump in, practical usability for coding. Plus, the 4.1 nano is their fastest and cheapest ever, apparently, so options for different needs.
Feels like they're really doubling down on the developer market, trying to lock that in.
It kind of lays the groundwork for more advanced stuff, maybe that agentic coding idea people talk about, an AI software engineer. These tools make it seem less like science fiction.
Okay, let's switch over to ByteDance. Their seaweed video, AI, smaller model, big results.
Yeah, that's the surprising part. It's a 7 billion parameter model, which is, not tiny, but much smaller than competitors like Kling or Google Veo.
And yet it's competitive. How?
Well, they claim it is, and it uses way less compute. That's a big deal for efficiency.
Okay, what can it actually do?
The standard stuff, text to video, image to video, but also audio-driven video synthesis, up to about 20 seconds long.
20 seconds is pretty useful for short clips, social media, that kind of thing.
And it scores well in human tests, especially image to video, reportedly beating Sora and Wan 2.1 there.
Wow.
It can also handle multi-shot sequences, control the camera view, and sync audio and video. They've even fine-tuned it specifically for human animation realistic movement, lip syncing.
So quite sophisticated for its size.
Yeah.
It shows you don't always need the absolute biggest model, I guess.
Right.
Smart design matters too.
Definitely. And it highlights, China's strength in this specific AI video area. Scale isn't the only path forward.
Right. Now, for something totally different, Google and dolphins.
Yeah.
What's the story there?
So Google Research is working on this AI model called Dolphin Gemma.
Gemma, like they're open models.
Exactly, but specialized. They're collaborating with Georgia Tech and the Wild Dolphin Project using decades of dolphin sound recordings.
Okay, so they have the data. What's the AI actually doing with the clicks and whistles?
It's analyzing the sequences, trying to find patterns, and predict the next sound, sort of like how LLMs predict the next word.
Trying to find the grammar of dolphin speak.
Kind of, yeah. And they've even built a device using a Pixel phone for underwater use called Chat. The idea is maybe real-time interaction down the line.
That's ambitious.
Very. But they plan to open source the model this summer, which is great for researchers studying animal communication. It could potentially lead to some real breakthroughs in understanding non-human intelligence.
Fascinating stuff. Okay, back to hardware and big money. NVIDIA's planning a $500 billion AI manufacturing push in the U.S.
That's the headline figure, yeah. It seems to represent the expected value of AI gear they plan to sell through 2029.
And they're building here?
Production of their new Blackwell chips apparently started at TSMC's plant in Phoenix, and they're building supercomputer factories in Texas with partners like Foxconn.
So bringing more of that high-end manufacturing onshore. Who's buying all this gear?
Mostly the cloud giants, the hyperscalers building out their massive AI data centers. That's where the huge demand is coming from.
Makes sense. It's a huge investment reflecting just how big the AI hardware market is becoming.
Absolutely. Okay, one more big potential development. Whispers about new OpenAI models, or a 3 and a 4 mini.
Right, and these are supposed to be different, focused on generating new ideas.
That's the claim. The reports suggest they might be able to connect ideas across different scientific fields, physics, biology, chemistry.
Like true cross-disciplinary synthesis. That would be something else.
It really would. Early testers are apparently looking at things like finding pathogens in wastewater or improving plastic recycling using these models. Really complex, real-world problems.
So the idea is accelerating actual scientific progress, creating new knowledge.
Potentially, yes, but access might be pricey. Reports mention enterprise subscriptions possibly costing up to $20,000 a month.
Wowza.
Hmm.
Okay, so definitely aimed at major research labs and big companies initially. Any idea when?
The report suggested maybe even this week, but we'll have to wait and see. It's still speculative at this point.
Okay, so those are the big headlines. Anything else quick catching your eye in the AI world?
Well, related to that last point, OpenAI is reportedly planning to release O3 and O4 Mini this week for scientific idea generation, so maybe soon.
Amazon CEO Andy Jassy is saying generative AI will reinvent basically every customer experience. Big statement.
Meta is planning to train models on public content from EU users, though there's an opt-out process.
Hugging Face bought a robotics company, Pollen Robotics, and launched a $70 K open source humanoid called Ricci 2.
Oh, interesting. And Ella Marina has a new leaderboard for search-focused models. Google's Gemini 2.5 Pro and Perplexity's Sonar are currently leading.
NATO awarded Palantir a contract for AI battlefield systems. Google Classroom gets AI quiz generation with Gemini.
Apple's reportedly planning to use more user data to make Siri smarter. And a London hospital is using AI to spot skin lesions with high accuracy.
Intel sold a majority stake in its Altera unit. And an Alibaba-backed AI startup, Zippo AI, is preparing for an IPO. Busy times.
Always.
Okay, let's quickly run through some trending AI tools people might want to check out.
Sure. ChatGPT has that new memory feature, remembering things across chats. Grok 3, xAI's model, also apparently has memory now.
Canva launched Visual Suite 2.0 with more AI design features. AppSmith Agents lets you embed secure agents using your own data.
Pickett helps create marketing content without design skills. I Ask AI is an answer engine for complex questions, no login needed.
Sherlock is designed to detect AI cheating during interviews. VideoOcean turns ideas or images into videos quickly.
And Kintsugi is an AI tool for handling sales tax. Lots of specific applications emerging.
Definitely. Seems like there's an AI tool for almost everything now.
Pretty much.
All right, that about wraps up our deep dive for today. We went through quite a bit, from OpenAI's dev tools and ByteDance's efficient video to Dolphin communication and those potential new reasoning models.
Yeah, hopefully that gives everyone a good snapshot of the current AI landscape. It's moving fast.
It really is. If you found this useful and want to keep up, please do follow AI Brief.
And maybe share it with others you think might find it interesting too.
Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll catch you next time with more from the world of AI.